Hey everyone, welcome to this wonderful masterclass on two incredible products and maybe more, but at least two incredible products that we want to share with you. My name is Erin Postle and I live on rainy Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Comox, BC. And I'm here with a couple of my friends and leaders, and I know pretty much almost all of you on this call. Shout out to Lisa Wolney in Calgary. We met Collie about 2 weeks ago, but before I tell you about Collie, I'll just tell you about me. I'm an Air Force wife and I've been with Isagenix for 11 years, and my background is in counseling and coaching and transformations from the inside out. And for 11 years, I've been sharing these products. And I would say Lisa's in the same boat as I am. We really focus on transformations, right? Physical transformations. And a few weeks ago, we had the pleasure of meeting Collie down in Arizona. And she was such a wealth of knowledge. She was a breath of fresh air. And so I said, Collie, would you come on our call and just share a little bit about these amazing products? And she said that she would. I'm so grateful. And let me just introduce you guys to Collie. So first of all, first impressions of Collie, very friendly, very down to earth, just like the kind of person that you feel instant connection with. You know, you meet someone and you feel like you could just talk for hours. That's how I felt when I met Collie. And I was super blown away because she's 62 years old. You would never guess that. She's just glowing. She's got a whole whack of kids and a whole whack of grandkids. I mean, 4 of her own kids, then married, and then more kids, then grandkids, and then like extra grandkids. So she's like living the dream down in Utah. She's got this big family. She loves to travel. She loves to make a difference in people's lives, and her passion is health and wellness. And you are going to hear all about that. And she's been in network marketing for 18 years. No, she dabbled in network marketing since she was 18, 19 years old. So she's been doing this gig for 34 years. And so Collie knows her stuff. And one of the things I love about Isagenix, I love about network marketing, is when there's a hero product, right? When there's a product that really changes lives and we can tell the story of it. And so I'm really excited to hear Collie's story and to hear her kind of share some information. So thanks everyone for coming on, and I'm going to pass it over to Collie.
Well, all right. Thank you so much, Erin. Lisa, was so awesome getting to know you guys. And I'm honored that you can trust me to be on your call, because sometimes it's scary to trust other leaders. You don't know what they're going to say, especially since I've been working on this presentation for a week or so. And I literally tried to send it to you, and I just got it uploaded like 5 minutes before the call. But let me just share a little bit. I have been using and sharing nutritional wellness products for about 40 years now. It was about 34 years ago when I decided to do this as a business. I was a single mom and I also was in law enforcement, which is a very negative job. And I was working crazy hours. It was 24/7 deal, and I didn't see that changing. But when somebody shared products with me that changed my life, I had to tell others, couldn't keep it to myself. And when I did, I started getting checks in the mail for it. And I decided, wow, this is a positive business, changing lives. I kind of like doing what I'm doing. And so since then, that's my thing.
All the way off my screen.
Tom, you're not muted. I hear Tom Ferrier speaking naughty. Maybe you could mute everyone else out there. Anyway, I just thought, what an amazing way to make a living and make a life is by helping people be healthier. And I've been doing that ever since. Love it. It's my passion. So we're going to talk about a couple of products that are new to Isagenix. Some of them I've been using and sharing for over 20 years, that we just became part of the Isagenix family in 2020. And so for people in Isagenix, that's new information that I'm going to share with you. But Isagenix is a company of integrity, and they do require us to make disclaimers before we talk about their products or their business. So it's not my intention tonight to make any kind of product claims or health claims or any of that. Although it's going to be really hard not to, because these products are changing lives, and I want to share with you as much as I can about that. So let me just tell you some of the things that kind of hit me years ago. Well, some of the Time magazines, so many other magazines, but I love these. The first one about talking about the power of vitamins, because I remember everybody used to poo-poo that, right? And now all of a sudden Time magazine had this article like, oh, okay, maybe we don't get all of our nutrition in our food, so maybe we should take a look at supplementing. And then as our country has gotten a little crazy, our world has gotten crazier, we're finding out that the lack of good nutrition is actually linked to a lot of diseases. And one of the worst ones is inflammation. The secret killer causes most of them. So we're going to talk only a little bit. I'm going to highlight this because I'm sure you get a lot of this kind of information from other sources and from your team. But when I'm educating somebody who does not know much about health challenges and actually still thinks that they can be healthy just by eating good food, which by the way, you could if you grew an organic garden somewhere where it wasn't polluted and you were able to do all these things in your life, maybe you could. But the amount of the quantities of some of these botanicals you would have to consume to get what you can get in some of our supplements. I don't think you could control your weight if you did that. But the 4 pillars of health that I really like to focus on and talk about is controlling inflammation, our glucose, oxidation, and of course, stress hormones. And of course, inflammation being number 1, right? So inflammation is good, but chronic inflammation is bad, and it's linked to all these diseases. Blood sugar levels, same thing, too high, too low, all kinds of challenges. Oxidative balances, this is what I first got into this industry for, is because somebody shared an antioxidant with me, and this is where I was out of balance. And this antioxidant, which was, 34 years ago, was a pycnogenol, and it was a powerful antioxidant, changed my health. I used to be sick all the time, respiratory problems, hospitalized 36 times with pneumonia. 34 of those times was in the first 28 years of my life prior to me using good nutritional supplements, and now only twice since then. So I'm definitely a testament to this pillar for sure. Mine was out of whack. Stress hormones, I think the world that we live in today, everybody's stress hormones are out of whack. So we just need to balance those. And of course, if we can balance them, we're good. And if we don't, these are just a list of all the scary things that we might have to deal with if they're not. So let's go back to the inflammation thing. There's a lot of diseases, and today they're saying what most of us are in one of these 5 categories, or else we know somebody who is. It's very close to us. And what did I hear? 95% of the world's population has health problems, with over 1/3 of them having more than 5 ailments. All right. Aging is another thing. This is something there's nothing we can do about, but there's really different types of aging. So we've got our functional aging, which is cognitive, physical, mood, phenotype, and these can change with our body composition and whatnot, and biological aging. So biological aging is actually something we can do something about through something called biohacking. We're going to talk about briefly on that, but here's some of the things that we've had to deal with over the years that are causing all of these problems in our world today. And with every problem, we're looking for solutions. So a lot of people talking about biohacking. What does that even mean? Well, I'm just going to say it's taking nutritional supplements is biohacking. It's doing something to change the body, what's going on in the body, so we can do that. And I really love this longevity economy. We're talking about people that are looking for wellness. So biohacking for beginners, it just means, if we can improve our sleep, improve the food that we put in our body, our activities and supplements, we can actually improve performance, health, and well-being. So let's just take a look at a couple of the things. Nutritional biohacking especially takes care of all 4 of those pillars of health. And of course, there's a lot of other types of biohacking that we can do as well, like meditation and fitness and all of those things. But I want to talk about my 2 favorite supplements that really address all of these things. And our vision, of course, is that we want everyone deserves to experience a healthy, joyful, and abundant life. And a lot of us are struggling with all kinds of issues with sleep, heart, metabolism, digestion, stress, We can do something about that. And let's take a look at some of the things we can do. Power botanicals, I love it. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Incredible words of wisdom by Hippocrates. And even more so true today, because what we eat is directly correlated with the cardiovascular, the blood sugar, all of the things that we're talking about. So tonight, we're going to talk about the 2 most powerful botanicals on earth. They each have thousands of years of folklore behind them and hundreds of current modern clinical studies to prove the health benefits of these botanicals. So I'm going to take you through a little past. We're going to talk all the way back to 1644 AD, the Chinese Ming Dynasty. They used mangosteen to treat a lot of health conditions. It's the only fruit which sick people were allowed to eat unsparingly, and it's given with safety in almost every disorder. So that was a publication in 1885 in London. Queen Victoria, in Thailand, they call the mangosteen is the national fruit of Thailand, and Queen Victoria had one and loved it so much she offered knighthood to anyone who could bring her mangosteen in good condition. Many tried, none succeeded, because transporting it over long distances, it can deteriorate. Of course, not today. We can do that today. So the mangosteen eventually became known as the queen of fruits. So again, some of these slides are old because I'm going back 20 years worth of looking for stuff just to teach you. But mangosteen, the queen of fruits. We're going to talk about this. A long, long time ago, mangosteen originated in the islands of Sunda and Maluka in the East Indies. The whole fruit's been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. In 600 AD, scribes in Southeast Asia recorded the use of the mangosteen fruit as a general remedy and a healing agent. And the exotic succulent white fruit is sweet, yet not overwhelming, smooth, yet consistently intriguing. And mangosteen, again, thousands of years in Southeast Asia medicinally. So these are just some of the things that have been used in India and China to treat dysentery and other infectious diseases, Indonesia to control pain and swelling, South America to combat fatigue, low energy, and depression. In the Philippines, they use it to control fever and for relief of sore muscles and aching joints. And in Thailand, it's used to treat infected wounds, skin disorders, and other infections. Scientists have been studying the mangosteen for decades. Our product is a fusion of age-old wisdom and contemporary technology. We've created a product with the entire fruit of the mangosteen, where we drink 1 ounce 3 times a day and experience amazing health benefits. I want to talk about some of the other things that are in this mangosteen. Proanthocyanidins, that was what was shared with me 34 years ago that changed my life forever. And grapeseed extract is one, pine bark, pycnogenol. Those are things that are known to be 20 times stronger than vitamin C, 50 times stronger than vitamin E. Yet the mangosteen is rich in proanthocyanidins as well. Aloe vera's secret, polysaccharides. It promotes healthy digestion and immune support and healthy skin. We have polysaccharides. Green tea has catechins. That's something that promotes metabolism, maintain normal cholesterol levels, help the immune system. Again, we have catechins. So this product, the mangosteen, has something that hardly any other fruit or vegetable has. And let me explain. There's about 200, they're called xanthone molecules. There's about 200 of them found in nature. There's over 70 now that have been discovered. If you Google it, you're going to find numbers that start at like 34, then you're going to see them in the 40s and then the 50s, the 60s, because more and more have been discovered as more and more research has been done. And now there's over 70. Do you know that most fruits and vegetables have 1 or 2? And the second closest fruit is the pomegranate, has 8. We have over 70 of these xanthone molecules, and every xanthone molecule does something different in the body, and that's why they call it the superfruit. So when you open up, it's about the size of a tangerine or a pomegranate, and the outside is called the rind. It's very thick and it's very bitter and it's very hard. But when you open it up, there's this fruit inside. I don't know if I'd call it ice cream, but apparently the person who wrote this slide thought that it's so delicious it tasted like ice cream, and it is used as a dessert in Thailand. You can order mangosteen, fresh mangosteen, for dessert. So this rind, or it's called the pericarp, is the most nutrient dense, has the most nutrient dense substances in it in the entire world. And the pulp, or the fruit, is just yummy. So you can ask Google or Siri, what are the health benefits of the mangosteen? And you'll hear a lot of them. If you have a special health concern, people are always asking me, can I help with this, that, or the other thing? I don't make health claims. I just say, Google it. Mangosteen health benefits for, fill in the blank, see what you find. And I always tell everybody it's definitely worth trying for sure. So scientific name is Garcinia mangostana. Again, used in traditional medicine. We've got recorded from 1268 to 1644 AD in China, back to the Ming Dynasty. So there's a lot of paper, a lot of research. A German scientist in 1855 was studying dysentery and found that these xanthone molecules helped with that. And the Greek word is xanthos. 1979, alpha mangosteen as an anti-inflammatory was discovered in India. Currently, more than 200 xanthones known to exist, over 70 in the mangosteen. So lots of studies, lots of research is happening in the labs, and you can go to pubmed.gov and type different words. Like you'll get different research if you put xanthone, and then if you put xanthones plural, if you put mangosteen. You can even put Garcinia mangostana, but you can also put Xango, because there's actually been a lot of research, and it's published with PubMed on Xango juice made from the mangosteen. So it's fun to just go through and see what you can find. More and more studies all the time. At the time of this slide was 1,300, and it's a lot more than that now. But do that search and see what you see. And there's a lot of properties that are listed. These are all on PubMed, so this is not me trying to make any kind of a health claim. So mangosteen publications, you know, they've been researching actually since the 70s. So this slide kind of shows you that there was research being done in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000 and 2002, the end of 2002 is when Xango was brought to market by a company which no longer exists. We became part of the Isagenix family. But since it came to market, and there are a lot of people like me sharing mangosteen, the Xango juice with others, more and more people started to find out about it, and pretty soon it's starting to be researched, and we've got universities and medical centers all over the world, and more and more and more publications just started to be done, and more have been done since the dates on this slide. So the Xango juice harnesses the power of the whole mangosteen fruit, including the pulp, the rind, and the seeds, with no extracts, powders, or substitutes. We get the word Xango from XAN, from xanthones, which are in the mangosteen, and then the go from mangosteen. So that's where the word came from. And even though there was a company by the same name that originally brought it to market, the juice is patented and will continue to have that name. The original patented Xango juice is now available exclusively through Isagenix. It does have two forms. One is our Xango juice classic, and that is the whole fruit of the mangosteen with the pulp, the rind, and the seeds. Now, people ask, what is Xango Reserve? Xango Reserve is simply a special formula. It was originally created in Europe, because in Europe, you're not able to make a juice. Like you can't get orange juice there with the pulp. You can't use with the pulp, I'm sorry. You can't use the rind. You can't use the whole fruit of something. And so what they did was use the fruit that tastes yummy, and then have a special way of extracting the xanthone molecules out of the pericarp and injecting them into the juice. So people will find it a little bit smoother. I think the taste is great on both of them. The Xango Reserve costs a bit more, but I always recommend to people, get a case of each. Isagenix actually offers a Xango bundle, where you can get 2 cases of classic or reserve, or one of each, at a significant savings by bundling them together. So the next thing I was asked to talk about is Moringa, and Moringa is something a little newer for me. So this company, Xango, actually became part of a company called Zija. They're the ones that brought Moringa to market, and it was brought to market originally because of a documentary that was done on the Discovery Channel on the Moringa product, and somebody went to the owner of that company and said, we just have to bring this to the world, and he agreed, and they did. But Dr. Joshua Plant, who is actually with Isagenix today, was part of that, and so it's an amazing product. They shared it with so many people. It was amazing to me. I had never really heard much about this company before because there were a lot of people that were doing it to help people, not so much as a business. Whereas in Xango, I heard about the business as much as I heard about the product. But in Zija, they really talked more about this product. And it has a similar story to the mangosteen. It's actually called the most nutrient dense plant on earth because of all the verifiable vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that are in this. You can actually, again, ask Google or Siri the same thing. What's the most nutrient dense plant on earth? And they'll tell you it's Moringa oleifera. But not all Moringa is created equally. So there are a lot of Moringa products out there where they use only the leaves, and you can kind of tell the difference because if you use only the leaves, the powder itself will be a bright green, where we're using everything. We are using, and we shade dry the leaves, but we're also using all the ingredients. So the leaves, the seed, and the fruit. So it makes it a little bit more of a brownish color, but we really need all of these to get all of the nutrients that are available in Moringa. If you use only the leaves, you're not getting all the nutrients that you would be able to get. And because of the nutrients that are in there, of course, it's like way more stronger than, again, 25 times the iron, 50 times the vitamin B. I mean, some of these numbers are pretty crazy, double the protein that you get in milk or yogurt, but pretty incredible stuff. And it offers a complete protein because and not only of the 90 plus nutrients that are in there, 46 antioxidants. That got my attention quickly because, again, I am an antioxidant girl. I'm everything. I'm an anti-inflammatory too, but antioxidants, especially 46 of them and 36 anti-inflammatories. I was sold. I tried it, loved it. It's been part of my diet since 2017. But 20 amino acids, that means all of them, including all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. So we have to get it through an outside source. And again, hundreds of clinical studies have been done on Moringa as well. Pretty amazing product. So it comes in 3 different formulas. And so the Supermix is the primary, it's just pure Moringa. And it's to help you maintain energy levels throughout the day. It's got the 90 plus nutrients. It improves your concentration. Jumpstarts metabolism. A lot of people in Zija lost weight just by using Supermix. Pretty incredible. And it provides signaling molecules that signal to other nutrients and stuff in the body. So the XM Plus is probably the favorite today. That was a Dr. Joshua Plant creation. When he went to Zija, they only had the Supermix and then I think the Smart Mix, but he brought energy. He loves energy. You know, he does. He brought the and a very healthy energy drink to Isagenix. And he brought XM Plus, which stands for Extreme Moringa Plus Energy, has all the same benefits, but it has caffeine and ginseng, Chris green tea, for energy and enhanced mental acuity. The green tea promotes a lean body mass. And the Smart Mix has everything in Supermix. Does not have the energy XM Plus, but of Supermix. But it also has chicory root, which is a prebiotic for digestive health and FOTI to aid normal detoxification. So for anybody with gut health issues, Smart Mix is a great call. I have all 3 on hand. And depending on what time I consume my Moringa, if it's earlier in the day, I'll have the XM Plus. If it's later in the day and I realize, oh my goodness, I've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to get my Supermix yet. It's Supermix, I don't want the digestion. And then whenever I don't want the energy. Whenever I'm having digestive issues, then I will turn to Smart Mix sometimes for a week or so until my gut is back to normal. So all of these, you can pick which Xango product you want. You can pick which Moringa you want, but we recommend that we include both things into our diet. So the next couple of slides, I'm just going to tell you that when a customer says, what should I take? I always offer them a good, better, best based on their own personal recommendations. So they'll let me know if they're struggling with sleep or if they're struggling with energy or if they're struggling with needing weight loss or maybe to build muscle, whatever it is that they have needs for. I'll recommend a good, better, best package so that they can choose something according to their budget. But for me and many members of my team, Xango Juice is number 1. Like if you can't afford anything else, because it has all these health benefits. It also helps with metabolism. It also helps with all these other things and nutrients. So to me, that's my number 1 thing that I recommend. And I recommend the bundle. And I recommend that they do a mix of both, 1 case of Xango juice and 1 case of reserves. They can try them both and see what they like. And then the next month, they can order whatever one they want and then add another product to get healthier. But the better package, of course, is pick a Xango product and pick a Moringa product, either the XM Plus, the Smart Mix, or the Super Mix, depending on what they want. And the Ionic Supreme, which is an incredible product that Isagenix brought to market in 2004, that's filled with adaptogen herbs and adaptogen, again, to help deal with that stress. That stress is one of the 4 pillars of health that we need to make sure that we can balance, so that our bodies don't physically suffer from the negative effects of stress. So this is my better package that I recommend. And then, of course, best, if they've got the right budget, I'm adding all kinds of things. So my wellness package is a product, a nootropic product that helps with the brain and a recharge energy with cellular health. And collagen also, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think of collagen as beauty, which it is. It helps skin, hair, and nails. It's type 1. It's amazing. But it also balances blood sugar. A lot of people have had some extremely positive health benefits from the collagen. We also have it in the bone broth as well. So those are just some of my wellness products. But again, if they have other needs, I recommend other products. I recommend that they become a customer so they can sign up directly and save off the retail price. All customers do. And if you get on subscription rewards, there's a lot of benefits. You get free shipping. And, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So whatever products they want to try, they get a whole month to figure out if they're going to work for them or not. And then, of course, some people want to learn how to share with other people. And if you do, there's bonuses and stuff as well. And a whole community to support you, no matter what it is you're looking for. There's a lot of people that have lost a lot of weight. Over 700 people have lost over 100 pounds. That's unheard of to me. And they have a community to support that. They have a foundation. They do a lot of good in this world. So every product that you purchase from Isagenix is going somewhere in the world to do good and to serve other people. And I really love that about them. So I always close my presentations with getting back to the person who recommended you to watch this presentation. But for those of you who are live, I'm here to answer any questions that you might have.
That was amazing. Thank you, Collie. Holy smokes, guys, put in the chat, like, what are you experiencing right now? Like, I've learned so much. Collie, thank you so much. When we spoke, one of the things you referred to a lot was the impact on skin. And I'm actually putting my dog Moose through a test drive because he's had chronic skin issues. So I'm putting a little bit of Xango juice on his food, and it's only been a couple days, but now he won't touch his food. He looks up at me and waits for this little splash of juice to go on his food. I think I'm gonna, anyways, I feel like it's already making an impact on him. But what are some of the things that people can expect, compliantly when they're having skin challenges with, what have you seen?
So I have a whole lookbook on before and afters with Xango, and a lot of the lookbook are on skin, a lot. And there's some boy, I could bring them up right now. We're not recording anymore. Maybe you will.
Let me stop the recording. Hold on a second.